addict. I'm a dope flow addict. I'm a dope flow addict, leaning in the whip, listen to Illmatic, Matic. I'm a dope flow addict. I'm a dope flow addict. I'm a dope flow addict, leaning in the whip, listen to Illmatic.
All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Dr. Brownsville's podcast. And today we have a very special guest, Mr. Rashaun Banjo. Let's give Mr. Banjo a round of applause. Man, what a resume. Mr. Banjo is a former professional basketball player, author, speaker, the founder of Prolific Consulting Services, an educational consultancy. He's a youth development professional who works with educational institutions, youth professionals, and young people to help them reach their academic, social, emotional, and leadership potential. He is from Far Rockaway, Queens. Let's give him another round of applause.
Thank you so much, Dr. Brown. Appreciate being in Brownsville podcast.
All right. So you see, he's in Brownsville now. He's not in Far Rock.
No. We keep it real hood.
Shaq. I know you're probably watching. So why don't we start from the beginning, man? So you were born and raised in Far Rockaway. Okay. Is your family from New York, the States? Are you Caribbean? Where's your family from?
It's a great question. So I start out most of my speeches that I'm just a kid from Far Rockaway. Okay. And my unique experience is composed of mother from Brooklyn, from Brownsville. Shout out, right?
That's why he's great.
My father was from Lagos, Nigeria. And so what I like to say is I'm more Negro than the average Negro.
Oh.
My full name is Abiodun Rashaun Oyibowale Banjo. And so coming up with that cultural heritage and that experience, and then coming up in a place like Far Rockaway, Queens, that sort of refines you, I think that's some of where my unique cultural experience came from.
Good. That's powerful, man. I think I have a bunch of Nigerian friends. Shout out to Adewale Omoloju, Alajide, Olumide, and some other day, whatever. But
You did good at those names.
Those are my guys.
Amazing.
But what I do respect about the Nigerian culture is the focus on academics.
That's right.
Can you talk about that a little bit? Was that something that was a non-negotiable? I feel like you're probably from that ilk where academics is just a non-negotiable in the family.
So I didn't come up, with a strict household, that really focused on us being educated. It was just always assumed that you took education seriously. My parents specifically stated that going to work and providing was our job, going to school and being productive was our job.
Right.
So we didn't really get the sternness of having to have an A average in every class. But I will give a testament to my mom is that she wanted you to make sure that you worked and you tried in each course that you got. And so that's something that stayed with me even to this day.
Okay. And you have siblings? Or is it
Yes,
just you?
I have one brother, one sister, both younger.
Oh, so you're the oldest.
Yeah, by default.
So we have young people in the room. What is it like? Because you could probably relate to this if you're the oldest.
Right.
How was it being the oldest?
It sucked, right? Like I was responsible for everything, right? And the funny thing is, I see it now. Like sometimes the oldest gets the big piece of chicken, or they're able to have their own room. I had none of those advantages, right? I had none of that. But what it did teach me was that I was a part of a family that needed me to be mature, and that I had a role. And that one thing that I think we're starting to understand now, even me and my siblings, is that how that role is changing. But for me, being the oldest, it was a responsibility, but it's something that I think I took with me as far as leadership to this day.
Nice. I wasn't the oldest. I was a middle child. Caused a lot of problems. I'm sorry, Mom. I made it, but I'm sorry for what I put you through.
Middle child always have issues.
I just always, I don't know. I feel like they dropped me or something when I was smaller. So I want to talk a little bit about before getting into education, it says that you are a professional basketball player. Take us through what high school did you play for? I already know the answers because I did my research.
Oh, man,
what high school, what college, and you played professionally. Talk to us a little bit about that.
That's right. So I started out in New York City Public Schools, August Martin High School, shout outs. I didn't do well there. I didn't do well academically there.
Okay.
And so my mom saw that, excuse me, my mom saw that the school and the surroundings that I would have, I was very impressionable, right? So like if it was somebody about to do something or go get into something, I was most likely going to join in for no good reason.
Yeah.
And so I started to get good in athletics, and the opportunity came for me to attend Woodmere Academy. At that time, it was
a private school?
That is a private school.
Okay.
It was actually closer to where I lived in Far Rockaway, Queens, but it was a private school that cost a lot of money. And I was able to, my parents sacrificing, they able to kind of get me in. But it was very necessary for me, excuse me. It was extremely necessary for me because being in public school, I wasn't given the shine or academic attention that I needed. I was a student that struggled. I did not read at grade level, and I had problems in math. So for me, going to private school was one of the first places that those things started to be uncovered, and I got the support I needed to feel like I could aspire academically.
So you was in August Martin, 9th grade, 10th grade, and then you switched to like what grades?
I went to August Martin in 9th grade. Excuse me, middle school at that time still went to 9th grade. So I graduated middle school in 9th grade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was one of the last schools in New York City to have a 9th grade in middle school.
Okay.
PS 180, shout out. And so I actually went to high school a 10th grader.
Okay.
Because I was so academically challenged. Can I be vulnerable here? Can I share my story?
Yes, that's all
I
right.
gotta get some feedback. Can I share my story? Yeah. So I actually did the 10th grade twice. Many people wouldn't know that. And it was because academically I wasn't as stable or I wasn't at the place that I should be. And so going to Woodmere was both good for me, sports wise, but it was actually more important for me academically to go there.
Wow. No, like as you're talking, I can't believe it because based on our conversations, you have an amazing story. You know what I mean? I see why you do the work that you do.
Appreciate you.
Always wondered like why you are so passionate about it. And now that you speak about your personal story, I realize it's not just a job for you. You know what I mean? And there's some people that they have that energy about them. So you go to Lawrence Woodmere. And you end up going, you did well, I think, in basketball a little bit.
All right, especially out here in Long Island.
Like? What's the stats looking like?
You know, top scorer in school history. McDonald's All-American
Look my man up. Yo, while we doing this, Justin, make sure and do some type of B-roll video about him getting busy, because I saw some things.
All right. I was all right. I wasn't going to toot my own horn. I ain't going to toot my own horn.
But you know, what's your basketball name?
I didn't get one. You know, it was before.
You didn't get a street name?
It was real cool. So, you know, it's funny. I played I played West Fourth. I played all this. And like right when I think it was really cool to start getting names, I was overseas.
Oh.
Yeah.
Talk to us about that. You went to, we skipping over something.
Yeah,
you did high school.
Yeah,
and then you went to Quinnipiac.
I did graduate college 4 years on time.
Okay. So you did that in Quinnipiac.
At Quinnipiac University. So I accepted a 4-year scholarship, Quinnipiac University. And one of the greatest academic, I would say confidence boosters for me was the fact that I actually did well at college. So that's also a story to tell. Like sometimes you struggle at one level.
That's right.
But then actually when you get through the struggle and you get to the other side, you're actually more prepared than you actually thought. And so while most of my other colleagues and basketball team members were getting communications degrees and welding degrees, we're going to talk about that in another one. I went for business, and I was really happy that I did do that.
Speak about that a little bit, because you make a great point. I think for myself in high school, I was probably like a C plus B average student. But then when I went to college, I don't know if it was that I had the opportunity to select my own schedule, because I don't think a lot of high school people realize like you can start at 10 a.m. if you want to and have 2 or 3 classes on a Monday and a Wednesday, and that's your entire week.
Absolutely.
What do you think happened with you in terms of transitioning from high school and being probably an average student and then going to college and excelling? Like, what do you think happened? Because I don't think high schoolers understand that transition.
That's a great question. I think especially a lot of the programs here prepare you for that, right? So one thing I do want to give Dr. Brown kudos for is the fact that not only we're filming this in a beautiful studio, but there are various ways to learn, right? And there's various certification programs. There's various ways to feel the confidence. For me, I wasn't confident sitting in a class for a very long time, getting a lesson, and then regurgitating that information, which means that I didn't do well on tests. What college did for me was I was able to prove that I was smart in many different ways. So you would have small group projects, you would have quizzes, you would have tests that required you to speak around the discussion or make a presentation rather, right? Those are things that I actually was pretty good at, right? And so to get back to the message, sometimes you have to get through the tough part, right? Arithmetic, algebra 1 and 2 were crazy for me. But the funny thing was I was a good statistics student, right? And so it may tell you that the struggle that you're in right now may be tough, but it's going to give you something that's going to help you towards the next challenge once you get there. Yeah. Somebody just told me something that said, when you're going through hell, don't stop. And I said, that's an awesome way to think about it, right? It sounds really crazy, but when you're going through a tough challenge, don't stop there. The truth is, get through it, and you'll find out how you're stronger because of it.
No, I agree, man. I think for myself, it was the same way. Like I did well in high school. I never really took high school seriously, but when I got to college and you was able to do a presentation or speak about what you learned, it was great. And also not being around certain people.
That's another thing. Because
I was very, I don't need to talk about
that's another thing. That's so true.
I got away from that. So played professionally in what country?
So I had the opportunity to, I played in the CBA, right? That's the thing that collapsed, right? CBA, they had like the white and blue balls, basketballs, pause. So we still in Brownsville.
Go ahead.
I actually tried out for that professional league. I didn't do well, but I got the notice of a couple of agents, and I had an opportunity to try out for a team in Luxembourg, which is a country I had never even heard of before.
Luxembourg
is actually a very small country in between France and Germany.
Oh, okay.
And it's very popular for banks. Not really sure if that's changed anything, but it was a great opportunity to kind of get, number one, you should travel outside of the country at some point in your life. Yeah. And that was very therapeutic for me. And it was something I learned a lot from. But from there, I was able to have opportunities to play in Turkey. And then I started playing in South America. I played in countries of Argentina, Chile, and Uruguay.
Let's give him a round of applause.
Yes. I got a couple stamps.
Yeah.
Got a couple stamps.
For me, I got busy in the local church tournaments.
Hey, nothing wrong with that
about
church
10
league.
Points in the church league.
Average 20 and 20.
I was just joking. So let's get back to the professional aspect of it.
Yes,
so Prolific Consulting Services.
That's right.
You founded this consulting service, and it's used to empower educational institutions and young people. Talk to me a little bit about why did you start this service, and also your approach to the work that you do.
Absolutely. So in my last role working for the Department of Education, I was Deputy Superintendent of Queens North High Schools. And in that role, I worked for the illustrious Dr. Elaine Lindsay, who I would say she would push you as much as you can handle. And what I mean by that is she challenges you. And that's something that I think from my sports days was really something that I grow from. I grow from a challenge. Yeah. And she challenged me to introduce this program called MBK, My Brother's Keeper. And she said, Rashaun, our demographics, meaning that the number of Black students in this district isn't really as large as other districts, but I still think that this program is valuable, and I want you to introduce it. And I said, okay, not knowing what I was going to do, how I was going to do it. But through that experience, not only did we expand, we started off with a cohort of 5 schools. Every one of our district, our 29 schools at that time, wound up having an MBK program within 3 to 5 years. Not only that, the view of what Queens did allowed the city to adopt it, and now every school district within New York City has a My Brother's Keeper program in it.
That's excellent, brother.
So thank you. Thank you. So what that did for me was tell me that the impact of the work was much larger. And so I took the leap. I wrote this book. Excuse me. I wrote this book. Unlocking the Greatness Within, 10 Steps to Helping Young People Find Their Personal Greatness. And what I wanted to do was take what I had learned from supporting this MBK processing role and really go into school districts across our nation and find pockets where teachers are not connecting well with students and students don't feel engaged in the classroom. And that's what the goal of Prolific is to do, is to start to bridge that gap and understand that mentoring is going to be a vital skill and aspect as we move forward in this day and age where ChatGPT and communication is actually getting more frayed. We have to build more mentorship models so that young people know that there's a blueprint to becoming successful.
And you're doing some work at the state level, I believe.
Absolutely. So I'm working with my mentors, Dr. N.L. Austin and Dr. Lester Young. Yeah. Respect to those brothers. I've been working with the My Brothers Keeper State program for the past, I would say, 4 or 5 years now. And now we're looking at developing what the advisors of the MBK work is going to do statewide.
So there's educators watching this, and it's educational policy folks, superintendents, whatever. If you were to give one piece of advice, because you might not be able to speak to every single person, but what piece of advice would you give to folks who are working with young men of color that you've noticed throughout all of your history and everything that you've done that would really change their trajectory? Like one piece of advice, one nugget.
So and I'm glad for this because I just had this conversation. So as a 40-something-year-old man,
it's 30. Right? 39.
39. Yeah, thank you. I'll take 39 every day. Right? As a man of my age, what I want educators, older folks, policymakers to stop referencing their experience during that youthful time. Stop referencing when you were 16, when you were 17, you were 18.
Right.
Yes, that is a good place to start from as a story, but understand that these young people are dealing with life that has a much different tone to when we experienced life at 16, 17, 18. I didn't turn on the television and see what is broadcasted on the TV airways this day and age. I didn't have a cell phone that gave me access to the information that is spewed at some of these young people, specifically these young men, about their identity. So what I would like to do is give you one piece of advice is don't start from your point as a reference point. Start from where they're experiencing their life at 17.
Yeah, I struggle with that also as a principal, because there's sometimes that the young people say and do things and I really don't understand. I don't understand. Like, for example, perfect example, there's a couple of kids that'll dress up in the same Nike Techs with the same pair of sneakers on, with the same boo-boo cap.
Yep.
And they'll come to school like that. And then they'll meet up with each other and like go to the bathroom together.
Yeah.
And I don't even understand
Very
it.
different behavior.
I don't know. I'm like,
very different behavior.
I was like, so hold on. So y'all speak about the Nike Techs before.
Yeah.
Gray is the color.
For the day.
Yes. And we're going to wear matching sneakers. My mans. I don't come from that world. I don't understand it. I don't know. But that's my bias, I guess. That's my generational bias.
All I ask is that you wash your Nike Tech suite, because sometimes my young brothers, I know the color.
Yeah,
you done wore it Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Kind of ran out.
But one thing I do want to say is it's not really about asking yourself about the action. When we were 17, 18, I remember when you and your friend had 2 different Jordans and it was 2 different colors, what would you do?
Yeah, if you were in the same size,
what would you do?
In the same size, you switch it up. You're right. Okay.
Right? What would you do? Give me a left shoe, give me a right shoe, right?
That's fair.
So I don't want you to codify exactly what they're doing. I want you to think about the action and how they're thinking about it.
Okay.
And also understand that they're communicating a much different way than we did. When we had to link up, what did we have to do? The night before, what did we say? I'm going to be at the store at X time before school. Is that where the link up is?
Right.
Right. If you're late for the link up, you done missed it, right? Now, with social media and texting, they can communicate with each other in a quicker way than we ever had access to. So to eliminate some of we have to meet up, we have to speak in person. They're doing a lot of their talking and communicating through a means of communication that we never had.
Are you coaching me now?
No, well,
because my ego,
this is an opportunity,
my feelings are hurt.
We build a bridge.
I feel like you're correcting me.
I'm not correcting.
And you're making me feel.
We're lifetime learners, so we're always learning, right?
I'm just joking.
But on the other side, right, we have to build the communication skills of these young people, because it's shot. right? And it's not a negative. It's just the fact that this is a skill that you have to build in order to become successful.
Right.
You have to understand how to shake a hand. You have to understand how to look somebody in the eye.
Right.
And so that's why I say it's not just one way. It's about understanding where that dichotomy lies and how we build better connections within the classroom and thereafter.
Listen, I'm not saying this just because you're here, but I love everything that you're doing. And I think that the way that you deliver your message, you make it easy for a person to receive. I've been doing this for 15 years, and every time we've had a conversation, there's always been like, I can hear what you're saying. So if you're an educator, or if you're a principal or a district person, use this guy. Like, he literally will text me and say, hey, if you want me to handle whatever, I'll do it. And so I like everything that you do.
Appreciate you.
Couple more questions that I'm gonna throw at you sideways.
Yes, sir.
Because I told you I'm not gonna ask you everything that's on the paper. How much time we got left? A few more minutes? Okay. In terms of working with families specifically, because for me, an area that I'm trying to grow in is parent engagement, specifically with dads. And I've tried to do different things that you've helped me out with. What are some ways that educators can get dads involved more? Because my personal opinion is that a lot of Black and brown men feel like they have to have a clean record, 10 degrees. They have to be perfect before they come into a school, or they have to come to the school when something bad happens.
Correct.
And my mindset is always, your presence is power.
Right.
Regardless of your educational level or anything else. I want the men to be around because the children need to see it. What are some solutions what are some things that educators can do to get more guys involved into the school?
That's a great question. I think so 2 years ago we had, and right here in this school district, we had a conversation with some of our young men about how do we do exactly that, right? How do we bring in fathers? How do we bring in the mentors or the people that are around you in your life that you feel connected to not just see the school from a negative aspect if it comes called up, but to see the good things that you're doing through MBK, through some of the sports that you guys are doing, or even just show them some of what's going on in the school. And I believe now we're in year 3 of the men's brunch that's led by your students here at the school. And so going back to just the solution, right? I do think that we have to hear and take stock from what our young people are saying on who those people are. Because of course, we want to say we want to bring more dads in, but we really need to figure out who those people are for our young people.
That's of
so
significance.
I'm gonna prioritize that because I do think that we need more of our males in schools. But I'm gonna find out who are those people first, and then I would invite them in for a time that's not a parent relation, not me talking at you, but me talking with you. Mm-hmm. And I think if schools do more of that, and I work, when I was Deputy Soup, we did parent academies where we're not just telling you about what has to happen. We're getting a survey of what you say you need, and then we're having themed conversations around college access. We're having themed conversations around instructional tools for parents that want to learn English as a second language, right? Yeah. So I think it's more about getting stock of where our students feel that those people are, their parents, but also serving, right? Being servants to them and understanding that our parents have needs as well. Right. And as a school, we can support them, not just being better parents, but being better people.
Yeah. I think for myself, we had the brunch last year and I thought that was cool. And then we started the Brotherhood group, which was a men's group that you helped to lead because I can't do everything. This Friday, we do have coffee with dads.
Oh, that's awesome.
So in my mind, I'm like, if I just invite you to have a cup of coffee, then probably that'll create a safe environment. But I agree. I think that having conversations that's not punitive or about something negative or you're not talking. I think specifically what helps me to engage with dads is speaking to them with respect.
Absolutely.
I'm big on respect. Because men can detect it.
Right.
They know, they can feel it. It's like a sixth sense. Anybody can. Future aspirations. What's in the future for Prolific Consulting Services? What's the goal for this school year?
We're going to take over the world.
All right. All right, guys. Let's give them a round of applause. We're going to take over the world. What does that mean?
We have a specific goal to impact 1 million young people. And that's going to be made through 2 different areas, one of which professional development to school leaders, community leaders, even youth workers, right? Some of our CBO participants. So it's going to be train the trainer teaching
Okay.
for those individuals, those adults that work directly with our young people. And then it's going to be more of what we do around our mentoring programs, developing more MBK programs, supporting youth engagement and youth advocacy, and making sure mentorship is not something that is just taught, but it's also a culture that our young people can repeat in and outside of schools.
That's great, man. So you are licensed in Long Island, New York State, everywhere.
That's correct. I mean, right now we're really prioritizing New York City and Long Island, but we're working throughout communities across the state, and we're actually starting to do teaching engagements with MBK convenings across the nation.
Nice.
So that's communities in Denver and Chicago and Cleveland.
So we spoke a little bit privately, and you talked about how your professional career in sports kind of prepared you for your professional career in education.
Absolutely.
And we speak about code switching and being the right person at the right time and presenting and everything else. And for myself, what I wrestle with a lot of our young men is understanding that you don't have to be one way all of the time. And you also don't have to let go of your culture to be in these different spaces. And I wanted you to talk about that because I feel like you do a really good job of it. And I know a lot of our young people are watching, and the idea of what it means to be a Black man and what it means to be educated. What are your core beliefs about that? Because you do it well.
Thank you. I try to. You know, it's hard to kind of be the father, be a husband, be an author, be all these different things and try to have them as different components of yourself. I think some of the first thing you have to understand is there's a layer. These things are attributes that's on top of the person that who you are. I'm still just a kid from Far Rockaway, Queens. I'm still just the son of Rashaun Banjo and Olayinka Banjo. Like everything that comes as a result is just on top of the foundation of who that person is. I think our young people, a lot of people, not just young people, they think that the role in which I'm living in is the role that has to be me now. And I think once you start to understand that that's just that's just a part of you, right?
That's right.
Dr. Brown, you are a principal, but you're also a father. You're also a man of color. You're also a man of faith. That's not one thing that gets taken off and put down. That's all encompassing all of the time.
Right.
And so I think if we start to understand that, you know, we're more like ninjas, getting different skills and adding that to our toolbox rather than people who are acting in one role at one time, then I think we'll be more productive and more understanding.
Now here we go. This is the time of judgment for Mr. Banjo as to whether or not we can continue to have a decent relationship. Here it goes. Michael Jordan or LeBron?
Oh man!
Don't do this.
Okay,
you're a nice person. I don't want to.
Okay.
I don't want security dragging you out here.
Okay. So I'm old enough to have watched Mike shoot the jump shot in Utah that solidified, I would say, greatness on every level. Right? I stayed up.
You're saying this as a caveat because you
stayed up.
Oh man!
Right? And I remember watching that shot. Right? Now, also old enough to remember going to AAU and they say you have to see this kid, LeBron James, play.
Okay.
I have to give respect where respect is due. Michael Jordan is the best player that ever played the game.
Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. The answer is correct. This is the right answer.
LeBron James is the best player to revolutionize the game.
Okay. And where does Kobe Bryant sit in that conversation?
He's an assassin.
He's just a killer.
He's just a cold stone killer.
Bad
he's not trying to be branded. He's trying to take your lunch and eat it in front of you.
Yeah, he's
in a different band. I put him and Kevin Durant more in that frame. But
just snipers, just killers.
Yeah, just killers. But when LeBron James not just did on the court, what he did off, I think he revolutionized what the modern day basketball player is.
Mr. Banjo, what borough has the best basketball players in New York City? Now I want to see if he knows his history.
I'm a Queens guy.
This is history.
I'm a Queens guy, but I'm gonna have to go with Brooklyn on this. I think I think it's Brooklyn.
I like this dude. He's smart.
Just
You
out of
understand?
respect, you know?
Smart.
At my age, we had Kenyatta Brown, you had Omar Cook, you know, guys was...
Carmelo Anthony, Michael Jordan.
Yeah, you know, I mean, the list can go on, but I'm still a component that New York City has the best basketball players.
Not anymore, bro. I think it's done.
I'm
I think
trying to hold on.
No, you know what it is?
I'm trying to hold on.
It's remember back in the days, it was just like Riverside, Gauchos, and that was it.
And that was really it.
That's it.
Right.
And I wasn't that good. My people were, but I weren't. Now, everybody can make up an AAU team, and it's just... dudes is trash. You can't no handle nothing.
90 million. I'm gonna tell you something. I am pissed that NIL came out after I retired.
Oh man.
But I'm excited that you guys are getting paid. It's just messing up the whole game, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Who's averaging 7-8 points, making $1 million?
It's crazy. They owe me money.
Now let's see what happens here. Jay-Z or Nas?
I'm a Queens guy. We're gonna go with Nasir Jones, sir. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Give him a contract. give him whatever he asked for. And this guy, my gosh. Now watch this. Let's see how far I could go.
Let's go.
I don't want to. Who's the best boxer of all time?
The best boxer of all time.
I'm a boxing guy. I want to hear this. I want to.
All time.
Don't be emotional.
All right, so I'm gonna go. You got to go. Muhammad Ali is the greatest of all time. But I'm going to say greatest in my lifetime, I'm going to go Mike Tyson. I never seen anybody scared.
Floyd? No, Floyd? You don't like Floyd. He runs too much.
Floyd, okay. So we're talking a little different. Floyd revolutionized the game of boxing, similar to what LeBron did. I think his attributes are more after boxing than in the ring. But if you talk about pure boxers, pure sport,
Mike Tyson.
I'm going to go with Mike Tyson because he scared people before you even got in the ring.
He gets me. He understands my spirit.
We're the same. We born in the same era.
Mike Tyson is my guy, man.
Born
I
in the same
love
era.
this dude. Anyway, listen. Shout out to Rashaun Banjo. Let's give him a round of applause. Prolific consulting, unlocking the greatness within. And this is another episode of Dr. Brownsville. Never ran. We never will. God bless. Take care.
Appreciate you.
Leaning in the whip, listen to Illmatic, Matic.